Good, y'all. Just thought I'd drop off some reviews real quick. You know what I mean? I know it's over, but, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know. I kind of had a slow day today. I kind of really wasn't really into really doing shit. Gave my mom her gifts and shit like that. And we cooked dinner and shit for her. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Mixtape review. Mac Miller dropped off mixtape yesterday for Mother's Day entitled Faces. Just heard off somebody else's vid that he's no longer with Rostam Records, which is crazy. So I'm wondering what label is the kid actually on. But yeah, this mixtape got 24 tracks, and when I seen that, I'm like, damn, man, I ain't got time to sit here and listen to this shit. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I was like, let me try to get through it. For features, the track, let's say Rick Ross, Mike Jones, Vince Staples, who I ain't heard in a minute, Earl Sweatshirt. It was actually good to hear him. And artist by the name of Dash, who is a new member of OF. So Michael Rocks, and it also says Schoolboy Q on number 3, which is Friends, but I heard it, I really didn't hear him. You dig what I'm saying? But this mixtape to me was all about, it had a lot of drug references, about love, about life, about his music career. A lot of the production was very soulful, very slow-paced, jazzy type beats. From what he said in one of the songs, he does production now, so I'm quite sure 90% of his production came from him. His flow has got crazy. Ever since Macadelic, I think he started taking the rap shit a little more serious. He didn't really want to be on that whole MTV type, pop type shit. So ever since Macadelic, he definitely been doing his thing. His second album, which was crazy to me, that was an actual good album. And it came on thatpiff.com. You go look in the comment sections and you see people, bashing it, calling it horrible and shit like that. And I was like, wow, I really gotta check this shit out. Cause he did drop a project in Halloween last year on some weird shit. He did the other mixtape with Vince Staples, him and Vince Staples, or he produced it. His AKA is Larry Fisherman. But definitely, you know what I mean, a good mixtape. It was a couple tracks I didn't fuck with. Number 5, Malibu. Number 6, What Do You Do, featuring Sir Michael Rocks. I mean, it was cool. I just wasn't fucking with it. The beat switch up at kind of the end of it. Number 15, it was just a skit entitled 55. And number 17, Colors and Shapes, which had a cool excerpt, in that record. But those are the ones I wasn't fucking with. Oh, and Uber or Uber, featuring Mike Jones. I didn't know what to say about that. I was like, really? That nigga is not irrelevant? Like, wow. You dig what I'm saying? But other than that, everything else on the mixtape was dope. My favorite track on here, Here We Go, which is number 2. That's my favorite track. What's another one I fuck with? Wedding, number 11. It's basically to me, it's a relationship type record. The ins and outs, the good and the bad. But then toward the last verse, he kind of, bashed on the bitch, like, you feel me, like, you bad, you ain't all that, yada, 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 shit like that. What's another record? Funeral was a good one. It Just Doesn't Matter. The production on that was awesome. I love the skit at the end of that record. Where's another one? Insomniatic featuring Rick Ross. That shit was crazy. It's like, damn, he got Ross on the record. That's pretty dope. Ross' verse was dope. The beat was nice on there. Both their flows and the lyrics was on point. Definitely a good feature right there. Rain was a good one featuring Vince Staples. Grand Finale, the last track, was also good. New Faces, V2, Earl Sweatshirt and Dash. That was actually a good one. Earl killed that. And Polo Jeans. Earl had a nice verse on there. I just really, it was a cool record. I just was like, wow, he could have went harder. Some of the songs you really, when you listen to it, you really have to get into it. You know what I'm saying? You have to take your time out if you're not doing shit and really just put it on and just listen to it, because you'll get like me and get sidetracked because there's so many fucking tracks. You know what I mean? 24, I would have split it in half, put 12 out, make it a volume 1, and then probably a couple days later, you know what I'm saying, make it a volume 2. But I get he went with the whole Mother's Day theme, so I get why he wouldn't do that. But that's a lot of tracks. I look at this shit as an album, basically. I don't even look at it as a mixtape because it's that many songs, you know what I mean? But definitely this could have been 2 projects, you know what I mean? Or even broke it down into 3, and it could have been a trilogy. But that's just me thinking out the box. But other than that, it was a good, solid project. I gave it an 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? I like 19 out of the 24 records. Production get an 8 out of 10. He has some good beats on here, man. And I couldn't sit here and break every song down like I regularly do because there's so many of them. But notably, you got to listen to it for yourself and basically judge it for yourself. I fuck with it. I had a couple lines written down. I think one of them was, she was used to being hurt. I took the curse from her. I think that came from the Wedding record. It was another record. What was it? It was either from Here We Go or It Just Doesn't Matter. Where he said the kids get murdered that I grew up with. They shooting up, doing drugs, or they ain't doing nothing. You know, I thought that was a crazy line. You know what I mean? Another one was, I'm just a human. Let me make mistakes. Shit ain't changed. I'm not the same. Malcolm with the baby face, Lil Malcolm with the baby face. I think that line was like crazy. And then of course he said, if I ain't in your top 10, then you're a racist. I was like, that's a funny ass line right there. But definitely Mac Miller still showing improve. I'm actually glad he back. I fuck with the mixtape and definitely want to see what he gonna do in his third album whenever he drop it. Since he not with Rasha no more, meaning is he gonna sign to a major label deal? I think he got his chips up to where it's like he'll be a good investment for a label, but it just pinpoints what label that he would go to. So you know what I mean. Other than that, y'all let me know if y'all heard it, what y'all think about it. What is your favorite song off this mixtape, if you heard it or once you heard it? And what label you think he should sign to, or is he already signed to a label? Let me know. Let's try to get my channel up, man. I'm trying to hit, before the summer is here, before the year over, at least 500,000 views, man. Let's get this up. You know what I mean? Tell people about the channel. You know what I mean? If you gotta post it on Twitter, Facebook it, plug it on Instagram. Let's try to get it up, because it's like, I mean, I love what I do and I do it for people that fuck with it. But other than that, I gotta get my shit up. One.